Good morning. My name is Jessa Brice and I will be your English teacher for today. Everyone, please stand up for a prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Amen. Okay, class, please be seated. Again, good morning, class. How was your academic break? That's good. Have you feel relaxed and enjoyed? Great. So before we proceed, let us check your attendance. Please, Secretary, please stand up and report. Is there any absence today? Wow, very good class for having perfect attendance. Then as my everyday statement, let me state my classroom rules. First, dress appropriately. Wear your uniform and look presentable. Second, mute your microphone when you're not talking. And third, don't eat while you're on Google Meeting and refrain from chewing anything while engaging in meetings. And lastly, stay seated and stay present. Did I make myself clear? Very good. Now let us recall our lesson yesterday. Can any one of you tell what was our last topic? Yes, Miss Angela. Very good. So our lesson yesterday is about short story. Then Mr. Angelo, can you tell me what is short story and the elements of it? Thank you, Mr. Angelo. So short story, for recap, is a piece of prose fiction that can be read in one sitting. The elements of a short story are the plot, characters, setting, conflict, and theme. Any question and clarification, class? Then let's move on. Listen and draw. So before we proceed to our lesson, let us recite the objectives. First is analyze the characters in the story. Next is interpret the significance of characters in the story and relate the values of the story to the present situations. So now, we will have the author presentation of the story. Now, you will fill the box and I will ask you about the author. Okay, class, time's up. So we will fill the in what date was William Sidney Foster born? Yes, Miss Hillary. Thank you. What is his Poseidon name? Yes. Thank you. What was his profession, Mr. Kim? Good. What is the other work of O. Henry? Yes, thank you. What is Henry's famous quote? Yes, very good, student. So today we will test your vocabulary. Now let us test your vocabulary skills by answering the following for you to give the, and to understand the story better. All you have to do is to give the meaning of the italicized words by using the context clues. Number 1. The italicized words is scarily. What does it mean? Yes, Mr. Kim. Very good. It is hardly. Number 2. The italicized words are is watchdog. What does it mean? Yes, Miss Hillary. Yes, thank you. The answer is C. Number 3. The italicized word is silly, which means, yes, senseless. Now you will watch the story of The Last Leaf by O. Henry for 11 minutes and 25 seconds. Listen carefully and note all the significant events in the story. Now you're finished and watching, we'll go to the discussions. But before that, you have to answer the following questions. Number 1 question. Now that you are done, we will answer the following questions. Number 1. Mr. Kim, please read. Yes, thank you. So the main characters in the story are Jancy, Sue, and Mr. Berman. Number 2. What is Jancy's illness? Yes, thank you. Number 3. How is pneumonia described in the story? Yes, Mr. Angelo, you're right. It is the unseen stranger who attacks the people in Greenwich Village in New York. And number 4. What did the doctor tell Sue about the condition of Jancy? Yes, Mr. Renalyn. Great! In the story, the eye beliefs are significant. Because of Jancy, they have become a measure of her time on Earth. And number 6, how did Mr. Berman save Jancy's life? Yes, Miss Elaine. Yes, correct. And number 8, what is the greatest work of Mr. Berman made? Yes, the title of the story itself. It is The Last Leaf. And lastly, how is the last leaf of a story of hope, friendship, and love? It is the story of hope and love by the answer of Mr. Angelo that because Sue and Mr. Berman did not give up on restoring Jancy's will to live. Instead, they offered their loving efforts to help Jancy's regain health, and Mr. Berman sacrificed his life for Jancy's. Very good, class. You did a great job. By the way, what can you say about the ending? Did you expect in that way? Yes. Truly, O. Henry is famous with his stories with unexpected endings. So, let's move on. So again, class, for a generalization, who is the author of the story? Yes, Mr. Kim. Correct. What was his pen name? Yes, correct. So now let us interpret. Let us interpret the following. The moment you're ready to quit is usually the moment right before a miracle happens. So don't give up. So how can we relate these quotations to the theme of the story? Can any one of you share their work? Yes, Mr. Pupoy. Thank you. Very good, class. You understand the story. So let us go to the assignment. Now, at the end of the lesson, you have to make an essay or a paragraph and make a promise to your parents regarding positive changes in your life and how do you see yourself in 5 years from now. Thank you, class. Okay na po, ma'am.